One of the world's biggest sporting events is staring at a massive viewership
News
problem. It's just weeks before kickoff, the 2026 FIFA World Cup still now doesn't have confirmed broadcast deals in two of the most populous nations on the planet, India and China. Billions of eyeballs still up for grabs, and that's not just a problem for fans, it's a massive concern for FIFA itself, because if you can't reach India and China and break through here, can you really call yourself a global sport? Now, India and China may not dominate football on the pitch, but off it, they are powerhouses. Together, they account for nearly half of the world's population, and more importantly, a huge chunk of global viewership. This isn't about who plays the sport or who plays the game here. This is about who watches it. And right now, football needs these two markets more than ever before. Because even without their national teams in the tournament, India and China, they drive up massive numbers. I'll show you how when you look at these stats, and it'll make it clear for you. China has around 200 million football supporters. That's right, the most in the world. They account for almost half of digital consumption in 2022 Qatar World Cup. That's what they did. Every second screen, every stream, every clip, almost half from one country. They also accounted for 17.7% of global TV viewership. And when it comes to money, $1.4 billion just in advertising and sponsorship during the last World Cup. And yet, here we are. Less than 40 days to go for one of the biggest events in the planet, and no broadcast deal is in sight, at least for these two massive populous locations. FIFA says talks are still ongoing, and they believe there is still hope. Confidential or concerning? Because last time, these deals were done 14 months in advance. And this year around, the clock is now ticking. The countdown is here, and FIFA is still in the negotiating phase. And here's where it gets a little interesting. Reports suggest a major Indian broadcaster, the same one that aired the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, offered around $20 million. But FIFA said no. Why? Because FIFA wanted more. A lot more. The initial ask, $100 million. Now, reports say it's come down to $60 million, the same price as what it was last time, but even that isn't finding any takers because the game has changed. This isn't 2022 anymore. Back then, the World Cup timings worked for Asian markets. Prime time viewing, maximum ad revenue. But 2026, that's hosted in North America. Matches will air at odd hours in India and China, late nights, early mornings, and that changes everything. Lower viewership, less ad spend, reduced returns for broadcasters. So from a business standpoint, the numbers simply don't add up. But here's FIFA's side to the whole story. Broadcast rights are FIFA's biggest money stream. This is where the billions come in from. So they don't want to undersell. They don't want to drop the price. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. But here's the risk. Hold your price too long and you might lose the market entirely. And that's the bigger question here. What is more important, maximizing value or maximizing your reach? Because a World Cup without India and China on television isn't just a broadcasting failure, it's a global failure. So right now, FIFA is at a crossroads. Stick to their valuation, and they risk losing billions of viewers, adapt to market realities, and they ensure the World Cup remains truly global. Because in the end, the World Cup isn't just about those 48 teams who are going to be on that pitch. It's about the billions who are going to tune in from all around the world. And if two of the biggest markets are left out, are blanked out, then this isn't just a broadcast deadlock. It's a test of FIFA's very understanding of its own game. A first-of-a-kind sports show that's played on a different turf. A first-of-a-kind sports show that will always come up with a winner. Are you looking for perspectives that go beyond the scoreline? Hi, I'm Rupa Ramani, and catch a 360-degree view of the sporting world with me here on First Post in our special First Sports.
Are you still doom-scrolling through world news and feeling completely drained? Decades of unresolved conflicts, shifting alliances, and complex power struggles. The world stage often feels like one long, complicated relationship. In Your Political Therapist, we break down the drama, the motives, and the complex dynamics in a clear, straightforward language. No heavy jargon, just an honest conversation. This is therapy for your geopolitical anxiety. Let's process the chaos together and truly understand why countries act the way they do.